How's it going, team? This is the Brown Man.
If you're hearing
I
this,
am in
the
a
future is
AI
in your
match,
hands.
just so I can
Follow these
casually talk
instructions
to you
the
guys.
letter.
So, I'm gonna discuss some ways to increase your chances
There are
of
several
survival
pieces of a map hidden nearby.
as a survivor
Gather
in
them
Evil
to
Dead the
ascertain
game.
the location of the lost pages of the
So one of the
Necronomicon
things
and
that I like to
Contagion
do
Dagger.
is consider routing or map traversal. Map traversal is actually one of your defenses. Alright, so for example, I spawned at Harry's houses. I came into here, and I'm like, okay, I have to take a mental map of my surroundings. I look around, I see a window here. Windows are generally safe places because though the demon can vault, you can vault trick back into it behind them, and you can really waste their time. So windows are in general a good thing to look for. Always scout for spaces with windows, and unlike Dead by Daylight, window spawns and certain things like that are static. They do not change
Get to the light.
from game to game. So we're gonna go to Clara's Pond, so I'm actually gonna mark that on the map.
I'm on the move.
And pinging appropriately is one way to help your team. So when you look at your map here, when you open it up, and I press L1 or the ping button on PlayStation, I'm not too sure what it is for PC, but you see there's 3 markings here. So this X means do not go, it means dangerous place. This one means on my way, and this means look here. So people generally use flag or the running man to show where I'm going. If you want to show where the demon is, like if the demon is on you and you're a little bit away from your team, you want to mark yourself as the X. So I'm actually going to mark myself.
It's like an evil free-for-all over there.
And now the team knows, hey, there's evil there. Don't use it to mark the dark ones because the dark ones will be revealed later. It's almost irrelevant to do so unless you're playing with someone who's a hunter who likes to actually deposit a second weapon at the dark ones. So sometimes what I like to do is use whatever gun I have, but then when the dark ones are around, I will actually drop a weapon type there.
I shouldn't have too many more of those.
So that way, if I fully use all ammo of one weapon type, I'll have a second gun type there. So as a hunter, I do not run out of ammo. I can keep my DPS up. I can keep the pressure on the book. All good things. So now we are making our way. All right, we're doing some looting, right? I like this. I'm gonna keep this. Doing some looting. Oh, should I aim for headshots? Headshots deal double damage and double balance bar, so you save ammo. Of course, in a live match, do not run or do not shoot. Typically, unless you're a Pablo, do not shoot. I didn't mean do not run. Do not shoot typically because you do give a notification when you shoot, unless you want to draw the demon towards you. That too is an option. I'm gonna put 3 in fear because I'm a hunter, so I'm gonna run. And on any character, I don't want to go below half on my stamina, because if the demon finds me and drops a unit, right, then I'm fucked. A lot of people, they'll run until they're just about to be empty, and then they stop. But that means that if they drop a unit on you because they're following you, you have, what, 1 dodge, and then you have to eat a full combo, right? So you want to make sure you're safe. You want to prepare for the demon, right? The demon has to prepare for us. The demon has to think in advance. So we want to make sure that we do the same thing. Just stay on edge here. Now, dead end is a commonplace. Dead end is also a commonplace for survivors to go. It's a commonplace for demons to look for survivors because it has quite a bit of safety, typically, and it has quite a bit of loot, right? So we're gonna go there. So what I'm doing is I'm going straight, but I'm zigzagging. So I'm lining towards a building here. See, I'm at half, I stop. I'm lining towards the building. I'm not gonna run straight in the wilderness and pass all the stuff. I'm lining towards the building. Because this building has safety. This has banisters to vault. Right? You can vault here. If someone wants that, they can take that. Right? So I'm weaving between safe places on my way there. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable as I travel. And that is very important. One thing that's also important is to pay attention to the icons as you're traveling. You might not want to pay attention to them on the map, which is actually fine. But do pay attention to ping icons. When I ping, for example,
Rally on the main goal, people.
right, it'll pop up on the left side, right? So you do want to pay attention to that left side. You also want to pay attention to what will be their status. So every minute or so, or every couple of seconds, just watch their fear, watch their status. If their fear is going up quite fast, hey, they're either alone or the demon is on them. Because when a demon is popping traps, if their fear goes up, even if their health is not going down quickly just yet. So you want to pay attention to the status of your team. And here we are going straight. We're running. All right, we just had a place where it was relatively safe. We stop. I want to make sure that I don't run out of stamina, because what's going to happen is if the demon catches me in between Shockley Auto and Dead End, and I have no stamina, I'm pretty much done for, right? And I don't want that to happen to me. Once again, they can volt now, but they volt slower. So they'll have to run. So when you just stand right here, right? They have to run at you to attack you. If they run at you, just dodge through them and go back to the window. Simple. So typically what people like to do is pool their shemps together at an objective. So they can actually just drop their shemps at an objective.
Sure, I don't want to know what's in these.
And then people pick it up. And it gets it's quite nice. Because sometimes you don't know how much shemps the support has. You want to make sure the support is good. But you do want to make sure that you have at least one shemps on you, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen, right? So sometimes what people do is they say, hey, you know what, I'm going to drop this while we're traveling. No. You can drop items at the objective, because people have to stand around the objective, so they can't miss your stuff. Right? So you'll see here, I'm going to do it. You do that. And you also pick up every single ammo type. Even if you're not using ammo, you pick up the ammo type, because someone else might need it. You never know. Someone might have to change guns later. You never know. Just pick up every single ammo piece that you find. Pick it up. And sometimes you don't have to mark it for somebody. You just pick it up. And somebody will say, for example,
Officer requesting ammunition.
and it'll tell you what type they need based off of what gun they have in their hand. And that saves time. Yeah, it's up here. And be careful going upstairs. This is the death trap, right? So
your group now holds the
if you think or hear the demon is on you, right? The demon's possessed unit can actually block you from going downstairs and KO you.
Only succeed with
So you want to make sure that you are safe going upstairs. So for example, oh, thank you. All right, so we're here now, right? So for example, this is a holdout spot. One notable spot is the dagger. You cannot miss the dagger, right? So for example, I can say I'm not using this ammo, I'm not using this, and I'm giving 2 shemps, right? So there we go. So anybody who needs it can take it. You can ping as needed here. So whenever you do a bounce bar move like that, you get iframes. Typically finishers last longer than non-finishers. But something you can do is, if you don't do much damage, is get a weak weapon. You get a weak weapon, and then you can do a lot of bounce bar attacks on the same target, because you don't do much damage, but you do a lot of bounce bar. That's something I like to do with Annie. I go with the meat hammer, and then I do a lot of bounce bar attacks on the same target. So that way, I'm constantly getting iframes and mitigating damage. Good job, AI. Good job. Ah, I missed that last headshot. That's fine. Headshots deal double balance bar damage, double damage. So you want to make sure that you also hit those headshots. The thing about headshots, if you actually hit them, they have a higher balance bar rate and DPS rate than melee typically, right? Because with melee, you have to run all the way up to the target. With a gun, you start shooting from a distance, so you're applying balance bar pressure early, and the shots per second is a lot more than swings per second. Like that. It's a lot more than swings per second. Swings per second takes a lot, and some of the high balance bar damage weapons are typically on the slower side, right? So by this altar, there's actually a house with windows right here. So just keep in mind there's certain landscapes here. Keep in mind certain tricks, right? For example, if the blue is in a house, why not be in the house by a window? The house keeps your fear down, especially as a hunter. The house keeps your fear down. You can have people bring them to the window. Just pop to the window. Just pop them. Like, why do I need to put myself at some form of risk? Y'all be safe. If y'all learned something, you know, like, share, subscribe, etc. If there's something that you're having trouble with, whether it be a unit, whether it be a certain phase of the game, yo, just comment and we can work on it together. We're a team, and there's no I in team, homie. Till next time.